LeBron James. And trust me, you're going to want these cards in your lineup. In other My Team news, this weekend will feature the final limited event for Season 1, One Will Rise. Fill your lineup with NBA champions and go get your final ring of the season. And of course,
a spectacular sided. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the small forward position. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Isaac in at the 3.
And when Zach LaVine gets hot, he gets scorching hot. Can completely take over a game.
RGA, you know it. And last year, LaVine made 13 threes in a single game. That's one off the record set by the Splash Brother himself, Klay Thompson. Now, when LaVine gets going, he can be absolutely unstoppable.
Here's Levine following the bucket by Orlando. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waster.
Fultz, the pass to Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Wow, solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
To the left wing. Back to Levine. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Fournier against Levine. Fultz looking around. Here's Vucevic, and he converts the layup.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Here's White. Off target from three-point range. The Magic have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Fournier. The pass to Fultz. And here is Isaac. Back to Fultz. Just 4 to shoot. Levine against Fournier. Vucevic lays it up and banks it in. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
Now here's Levine. Back to Carter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
White with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Here's Levine. It's not going to go for him. Isaac with some nice D. Fultz kicks to Fournier. Kicks it out to Gordon. Sinks that one from the post. Gordon's got his second basket. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Chicago with the ball, following the bucket by Orlando. Levine dishes to Carter. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Well, because of Carter Jr.'s dynamic athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish alley-oops and stop.
Fultz finds Fournier. Out left to the wing. Poke loose and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And now, Wendell Carter, a great young prospect for the Bulls. Kevin, he's seen steady improvement so far. They believe he'll be a factor for a long time.
Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Markelle Fultz. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Zach LaVine. To the inside, here's Fournier. Satoransky grabs the miss.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Vucevic with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Ennis comes in for Evan Fournier. Then for the Bulls, Young's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Kobe White. Now here's Satoransky. Down low. Cornett passes to Young. And again, no good by Chicago. Orlando leading by 9. Inside, Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Bulls trail by 10, pushing it up. Here's Satoransky. The shot from the low post is good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That one is off.
You know, the comparisons to Rudy Gobert are understandable. Bamba's insane reach really helps on both ends of the court.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Chicago. Over to the left wing. Dunn outside. Passes it to Cornett. Valentine wide open. He fires. And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And recently, we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team, and he pointed out...
You know, we should have energy, and we should be outplaying the other team, I guess.
Greg trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Carter Williams. Ennis out there with Mohamed Bamba. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Ross grabs the board. Magic leading by 7. Carter Williams dishes to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
When you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Pass to Cornett. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Young. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Hutchison passes to Cornett. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dunn. And here's Valentine for three. Stolen by Bamba. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Floats it up for Young. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And when you think about it, Thaddeus Young, he can be a thorn in the opposition side. He's just a great disruptor on defense. I mean, he has long arms, good timing to get those deflections.
Carter Williams dishes to Bamba. It's all in by the Bulls.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Young.
And with Young, I mean, his game has evolved over the course of his career.
Think about it, Jay. When he came into the league, he was an up-and-down tweener. I think what's made him more consistent of a player you can rely on, is his defense has improved, and along with his shooting. Now, he uses different methods, but he still gets it done as a vet.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And Ennis slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Dunn shot's good.
Love the mentality of Dunn. Looking to score as often as he can from the painted area.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game for the Magic. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Isaac comes in for James Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Then for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Harrison in for Chandler Hutchison. Carter finds Young. Out to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon comes in for Ross. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Chicago also making some changes. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Bean comes in for Valentine. And Satoransky subbed in for Chris Dunn.
And the wily strength of Levine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
Fournier pass to Gordon. Up and in on the layup. Gordon's got 11 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Satoransky looking around. Back to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. The shot by Satoransky, no good. The drive by Gordon. Isaac right side. Back to Gordon. Nifty move. And it's denied. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 11 points and 1 steal. And that.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. With the stoppage last season, the Bulls still became center stage after the release of the documentary The Last Dance, which covered their 6 titles with Michael Jordan in 8 seasons. There was record viewership, including most NBA players tuning in. Dynasties like those never lose their luster. Kevin?
Well said, D.A. Thanks. 13 feet away. Fultz finds Fournier. Vucevic with it. Back to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Chicago leading. On the wing, Porter. The pass to Levine. Now the feed to Carter. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
With Carter Jr.'s unique combination of size, length, and skill, I think he'll be a big part of the next wave of elite bigs.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Ross in for Isaac. And the Bulls making a change also. Cornette's checked in.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Fultz kicks to Bamba. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Vucevic dishes to Fultz. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Luke Cornett. And Satoransky is subbed in for White. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Oh, Levine is such an explosive player. He's able to fight through the contact and get it to go.
A tall, strong combo guard who can shoot it as well as pass it. Satoransky played around 30 minutes a game for the Bulls last season as he found a way to impress the team every chance they gave him.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Gordon's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Harrison's checked in for Chicago. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Ross passes to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. A shot that time, not on target. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Now the scouting report. Oh, wow!
Nice! Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Gordon kicks to Ross. Back to Gordon. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Levine passes to Satoransky. Levine looking around, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has how.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
The Magic trail by 13. Top of the key, Fournier. Knocked loose. Satoransky with it. Defended now by Fournier. Here's Ross. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Ross has got his second bucket.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Here's Harrison, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harrison's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And the jam by Levine.
And the chemistry. I mean, Levine has with these guys, isn't it evident? Tremendous at finishing off these alley-oops.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Fultz. Here is Ross. Back to Fultz. No good on the triple. And here we go again. The Bulls in transition. Up the court they go. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
I mean, and when you think of Levine, I mean, his dunking ability comes to mind. I mean, he's proven to be an elite poster maker.
Oh, Vucevic in position. All going up court. Levine inside the three-point line. And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Isaac kicks to Fournier. Fultz the pass to Fournier. And stolen by Dunn. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Dunn with the slam.
A great instincts on the break. Dunn seems to have a knack for running the right route.
Fournier pass to Gordon. And a missed layup. The Bulls leading by 19. Out to Carter. Passes it to Markkanen. Here's Porter. Got it. Good job in the low post. Porter's got his first 2 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
It gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Pass to Porter. Dunn, wide open, he fires. That 3 off the mark. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Porter with the steal. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And Dunn with the slam.
Well, the defense just handed White that assist. I mean, he smartly feeds a wide open shooter.
The Magic trail by 21. Isaac left side. Here's Gordon. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter. For Chicago, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
Zach Levine's checked in for Chicago. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Pass to Fultz. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Isaac kicks to Fultz. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Fournier. The 3. But they recover it. That one wide left.
Now, I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
And here's Fultz to the middle. And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. And Levine, here we go. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. Levine so outstanding in scoring in a multitude of ways.
Vucevic dishes to Fournier. Back to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Levine wide open. A new 14 for the Bulls. And White kicks to Markkanen. White against Fultz. Just 5 on the clock. Markkanen passes to Levine. The 3 ball. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Fultz kicks to Isaac. It's Fournier on the wing. Gordon, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Over in the corner, White. Back to Levine. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fultz the pass to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. No good.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with action.
And so Chicago takes this.
soccer codes. You know I'm always looking out for the community. Enter these codes and get ready for Friday, because that's when Season 2 in My Team will drop. And that's going to come with all new rewards and features. That's all for this week. I'll see you next time.
There are so many modes.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here and with tip-off coming up, we've got
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo.
All right, thank you, David. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Robinson in at the 2-guard spot. Outside, Levine to the paint. Out to White. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And Miami the other way now.
The thing that really separates White is the quickness. Whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens, he's very difficult to stay connected to defensively.
On the wing, Porter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Kobe White keeping his head up, shows great vision, and delivers a great pass.
Adebayo finds Butler. He hits Crowder on the wing. Good ball movement here by Miami. Down low, stolen by Carter. In transition, here come the Bulls. White's running. Porter passes to Levine. And it's Miami with the rebound. And last year, Greg, we saw White get more comfortable in the offense as the season went on.
You know, more scorer than a playmaker at this point. Drafted 7th overall because he has the potential to do both. If he can add strength and cut back on the turnovers, he's going to be a very good player for a long time. Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. White dishes to Carter. They shoot again. Kick out to Levine. And the jam by Levine.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Pass to Adebayo. Dishes it to Butler. To the inside. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game. There's the lob to Markkanen.
Beautiful find by LaVine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And it's sent back by Carter. White left side. Inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Down low. And stolen by White. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
The feed to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. 6-point game. Adebayo, it's good. Adebayo's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Levine. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Porter with the steal. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And the jam by Levine.
You know, he's a triple threat in the open court. He can beat you from the inside, outside, and everything in between.
Crowder kicks to Dragic. To the paint. Right side, Butler. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. Adebayo on the follow.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one. Oh, no, he didn't. Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That's his first foul. Poked away. Stolen by Levine. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double check.
These guys work so hard, and they're young.
Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Hero out there with Dragic. Then there's Iguodala. Then it's Jones. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 down low. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulls have a new front office, branching out from the Nuggets Brain Trust with new team president. Given Denver's success identifying and developing young talent with a win percentage that's climbed year after year, there is at least some optimism that the Bulls will be able to build a similar and sustainable winning program. Guys?
Wouldn't that be a story? Thank you, David. So for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Satoransky. Iguodala, the pass to Dragic. And stolen by Dunn. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Floats it up for Young. Now the pass to Cornette. Kicks it to Dunn. Out to the right wing. Pass to Cornette. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Cornette's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's his first foul. It's stolen.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
The Bulls leading by 13. And Dunn with the slam.
Quick off the floor, Chris Dunn padding that shooting percentage with a play at the rim.
Jones, no luck. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Jay Crowder comes in for Olynyk. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. A shot by Valentine, no good.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Heat moving the ball around. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
And Crowder slams it in.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, and makes the unselfish play.
Pass to Harrison. In the corner, Valentine with it. Crowder with the steal. Right side, Butler. And it's sent back by Carter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Wendell Carter. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. Zach LaVine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And Satoransky's subbed in for Kobe White.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the wide open shot from Crowder. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Here's LaVine, and he makes that one. LaVine's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Crowder from outside. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Crowder.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Here's Hutchison. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the timer.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 23 points, 2. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the small forward.
An explosive big man, Wendell Carter Jr., exciting around the rim.
Back to Butler. To the middle. Outside for Robinson. On deep. Crowder from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got his 5th assist in this one.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Young's checked in. Drains the three-pointer.
Nice form, the elbow right in line. Zach LaVine has a fantastic-looking shot.
And the deep ball has come alive the last few seasons for Zach LaVine. He set a Bulls record for made threes in a season last year.
Hey, Greg, Zach LaVine continues to work and improve his shot, which has been fantastic. He not only trusts his shot at this point, but feels it's a strength now. He's more willing to look for jumpers and big possessions now.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
He gets that one.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight lanes.
The Bulls leading by 15. Right the pass to Cornette. Knocked away. It's stolen by Dragic. He can't get that one. Nice D from Porter.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Cornette passes to Young. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic. For Chicago, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason, honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. Olynyk finds Iguodala. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Here's Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 17. Cornette can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For 3, Olynyk. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Harrison. Dunn outside. Swiped it away. Dragic with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Here's Iguodala. Here's Hero. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
A focused individual. Hero's not going to let a little contact affect his shot.
Knocks it loose. Iguodala with the steal. And stolen by Valentine. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Hero passes to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. Olynyk. Dragic finds Olynyk. Outside, Jones. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes in. Dunn's got 10 points.
In the open court, that's where Chris Dunn can really let loose, creating havoc for the defense.
Got a hand on it. And so it's Chicago, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Chicago leading by 23. Hero out there with Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Crowder in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You cannot allow Butler to get anywhere near the rim. Because why? He will slam it.
Pass to Hutchison. And the pass to Satoransky. Over to the wing. That's tipped. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Robinson pulls it in.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
It's deflected.
And for marketing, contesting shots is not about explosive athleticism. It's about being in the right position and timing it right.
To the left side wing. Back to Levine. Goes up from the top of the key and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Heat trail by 21. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Otto Porter Jr. He's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Here's Hero. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Bulls have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. The kick out to Porter. And it's off from three-point range. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. The putback, and Butler with his second chance points. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not surprised to see Jimmy come down with the offensive rebound. He plays with heart and hustle.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good with the triple. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jay Crowder, he's very compact, strong build, can be a load to defend.
Free throw good, Crowder. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Back to Levine. Out to the right wing. To end the drought. Great D that time from Adebayo.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Dragic the pass to Robinson. Loads it up for Adebayo. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Inside, Levine finds Carter. The shot, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Left side, Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. It's hauled in by the Heat. Butler's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Robinson dishes to Dragic. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. The Bulls leading by 17. And Levine, here we go. 2 points, that one goes. Levine's got 28 points for the game.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Here's Crowder. And another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A well-rounded player on both ends. You can count on Jay Crowder night in and night out, and you see the value he provides for this team.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Chicago.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zach LaVine.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
All the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Miami. He's perfect from the line this time. Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. To the paint, here's Gafford. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
To the right side. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Heat now. Down low, none. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Here's Leonard. Good ball movement here by Miami. Hutchison passes to Gafford. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Left side, Leonard. That shot misses. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate.
Modes in NBA 2K, it's definitely easy to miss all that's there.
And if you haven't checked out My League or My GM yet, now's the time, because with NBA 2K21, it's all about giving the fans more control.
So we decided to dive into the mode that puts the league in your hands.
In this week's game tips, we're taking
And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the small forward. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at small forward. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Carter hits them both.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Bryant finds Beal. And it's Wall in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. That one good for 2.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
And it's Wall in the corner. The 3. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Beal to the middle. Here's Bryant. Good. And it's Beal picking up the assist.
Boy, no hesitation whatsoever. Thomas Bryant and catch and shoot. Go ahead, sir.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Out to the wing. Inside. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Oh, and he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. Now here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
I'll tell you, it's not just the jumper you've got to concern yourself where Bradley Beal is concerned.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below! Body control, flair for the dramatic, Levine in style.
Here's Bonga. Rebound by the Bulls. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Levine passes to Porter. Can't hit from in close.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Here's Wall, and the layup's good off the glass.
And this is where John Wall sets himself apart. The ability to get contact and finish with the best of them.
Levine dishes to Markkanen, and then Carter with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Wall, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. So it's Chicago now, trailing by 2. To the inside, Cornette. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Wizards have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Brown kicks to Beal. And there's the pass to Smith. To the paint. Stolen. Inside.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Picked his pocket. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And that one is good. Satoransky's got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Mo Wagner's checked in for Berchinis. And it's Payton in for Beal. And a change for the Bulls. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Passes to Wagner. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Wow, you can't let Wagner get established like that. If he does, scoring is easy.
Floats it up for Young.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Mahimi finds Smith. Over in the corner, Brown. Smith outside. Pass to Payton. 6 to shoot. Here's Wagner. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Excellent concentration by Mo Wagner. And, boy, what touch from the big man.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. And stolen by Valentine. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers. Dunn showing great vision.
And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Wow, that defense not prepared for that. Jan Mahimi flying to the rim for the catch and finish.
To the wing right side. And here's Young from the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we'll be right back after this. And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the...
Being yourself, being...
You know, Gray, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Valentine, Satoransky there with Harrison. Then it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the center position. First one falls for him. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's White in for Satoransky. Here's Wall. And he drops it in from the low post. Wall's got 6.
My favorite part of John Wall, this guy loves to play, and he will initiate contact inside. Nice.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. And Hachimura's given name, Rui,
means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Washington making some changes. Bertanis comes in for Troy Brown. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Gary Payton. Chicago also making some changes. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Harrison.
A denial by Mo Wagner using his size to his advantage.
Carter, the pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strength.
Down low. Markkanen. It's good on the putback.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Now here's Wall. He has 6. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bryant's got his second basket.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Beal's running, and Wall with the slam.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
The feed now to Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The Wizards working the ball around now. It's Beal on the wing. 8 points for him. Here's Bryant. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just such a good finisher around the bucket. Thomas Bryant has so many moves he can turn to. Nice.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Wall's running, and that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
To the middle. Here's Porter. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Here's Beal. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Hutchison. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. Miami's checked in for the Wizards. Ish Smith comes in for John Wall. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Young comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Satoransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Kobe White. Here's Satoransky, and the layup is good. Satoransky's got 14.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Wizards have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the technical free throw is good.
I think Bradley Beal, guys, has everything you want in a 2-guard. He's 6'5", so he's got tremendous size. He's an outstanding athlete. He's one of the purest shooters in the game. He's unafraid in the clutch. I mean, what's not to like?
Now here's Beal. He's got 13. Satoransky with it. Young's shot is off.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and it was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The largest lead they had was 6 in the... And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Thomas Satoransky, he's really been playing well.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
No, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
Beal with the steal. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Wizards trail by 4. And, you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Here's Wall. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
Markkanen finds White. And LaVine, here we go. And the jam by LaVine.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. To the inside, stolen by Markkanen. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And foul on the shot, so he'll get... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago, and he knocks down the first one. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And here we go. Fast break. Peyton's got it.
Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet, too.
LaVine feeling it out a bit. Valentine. The shot, no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Wizards shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, the athleticism and ferocity with which John Wall plays the point guard position. And you add that to the frame he brings to the table, and look out.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Wagner. Valentine grabs the board.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And it's White missing. Wizards have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And again, Washington, no good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago.
And Doris, don't forget a consensus All-American in his final year of college. Hachimura scoring almost 20 points a game.
Yes, Greg, he helped the Gonzaga Bulldogs to 37 wins in each of his last 2 years, and obviously played in some big-time games. Was asked to step up in key moments, and he delivered.
Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Hachimura. Davis Bertans comes in for Gary Payton, and it's Ish Smith in for John Wall. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Round kicks to Wagner. A shot. Tips it up. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Bulls leading by 3. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Inside, stolen away. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Good on the bucket. Dunn's got his second bucket of the night.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Brown, good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bulls.
Young left side. To the middle. Here's Cornette. And he banks in the layup. Cornette's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
For 3, Smith. No good on the last second attempt there. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Bulls. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. And small forward and power forward. Porter and Young. Harrison out there with Sederensk, and it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, that's a nice find by Porter. He shows his versatility on that play.
Here's Bunga. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Here's Harrison. Lays it up off the glass. Harrison's got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Young passes to Harrison. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Washington shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. And finished off by Beal.
Every every season you see Bradley Beal add an element to his game. This guy is a tenacious, versatile scorer.
Young outside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That'll be his second foul of the game. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And Chicago also making a switch. Carter's checked in. Down low. And then Carter with the dunk.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Bryant's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 13. Floats it up for Young, and Young slams it home.
My goodness, the soaring Thaddeus Young, such elevation on that alley-oop.
Smith the pass to Bryant. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Young finds Satoransky. To the paint. The kick out to Porter. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Wizards trail by 15. The pass to Smith. Young with the steal. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Hachimura is checked in for Bertines. And John Wall's subbed in for Smith. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chicago. Bean comes in for Harrison. And then Carter with the jam.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
Hachimura kicks to Bryant. Beal gets a wide open look. They grab their own miss. And that one's good. Hachimura.
Well, when you play with the level of focus and energy level that Rui brings nightly, Hachimura able to create that second.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Bunga. Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons,
right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Passes it to Bunga. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. It's Beal on the wing to the inside. Stolen by Carter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Wendell Carter.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
They get it again. The shot by Bryant, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. And Levine launches it from deep. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Yeah, this is one of the top athletes in the league. Wall showing his lateral and vertical mobility.
Pass to Markkanen. Levine against Beal. And it's sent back by Bryant. And he's able to get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Levine can't hit. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Absolutely love the energy that Thomas Bryant brings nightly. He earns his rebounds.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
we're taking a deep dive through all the current-gen MyLeague modes in NBA 2K21. Here, you can create your own dynasty with the roster of your dreams, or you can play customizable season and playoff experiences. Let's start with MyLeague. This is your chance to create an 80-year experience.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And Levine with the slam.
And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Here's Porter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket.
Oh, what a dunk!
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of Levine helps him in a lot of ways.
Markkanen against Fultz. And it's sent back by Carter. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And then Levine with the jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter.
And Clark, you can see Nikola Vucevic following the trend of many other centers in our league. He's incorporating that three-point shot into his arsenal.
Well, how about these numbers, Greg? I mean, Vucevic was taking over 4 threes a game. That's like a perimeter player on some teams. I mean, he shoots a respectable clip from that range. But I think it's part of just trying to keep other centers honest as to why he shoots that many.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fournier's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Yes, that goes in. Levine's got 14.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really good to see Markkanen be aggressive inside. He's excellent at drawing the attention of the defense and then forcing them to foul him.
And last season for Markkanen didn't really go as planned. Greg, we know he suffered some injuries and had a hard time establishing his role.
Yeah, both the scoring and rebounding were down. And this happens sometimes with a new coach and a new system. But one thing's for sure, the talent is there. Markkanen is still very young and has a tremendous upside.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
The pass to Porter. It's White on the wing. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Fultz. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. And the jam by Levine.
Can you believe it? I mean, not many guards can sail that high above the rim. And Levine makes it look easy.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
From the low block, and Bamba lays it in.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Ball's knocked loose, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. DJ Augustine's checked in for Markelle Fultz. Sadaransky the pass to Cornette. Young with no one around. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, you know what? They say you would always rather have a player that you need to turn down than to turn on. So being aggressive versus passive, I want the aggressive guy all the time, even if it means a few fouls.
It's stolen by Ennis. They push it up 4-on-3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's slammed in by Young.
No doubt about it on that finish by Young.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Young's shot is off.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
That's tipped, and he recovers it. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Augustine dishes to Gordon. Back to Augustine. Up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Bulls. You've got Young, Sadaransky there with Harrison. Then there's Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the 5. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And DJ Augustine, a veteran guard who's always had an impact when he's on the floor. He gives you leadership, shooting, and playmaking off the bench.
Tell you what, Greg, when he was with the Pacers during my time working for the team, I really grew to appreciate and respect his game even more than I did from a distance. You're exactly right. I mean, he's a barometer for just about any team he's played on, and that when he plays well, it lifts everybody else's game. That's just the kind of experienced, calming effect veteran he is. Good position that time around the bucket, and when Bamba does that, he's hard to stop.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Passes it to Harrison. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Aaron Gordon. Fournier's checked in for Terrence Ross. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. LaVine wide open. And the 3 off target. The Magic trail by 4. And they're on the break. Isaac kicks to Fournier. Shoots over White. Markkanen pulls it in.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Porter, no luck.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
The putback, and Fournier able to finish. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
Yeah, you know, guys, Fournier is a hard matchup and assignment defensively because he's always in motion and does a good job scrapping for rebounds, too.
Here's Fultz. He nails it, and we're tied up. Fultz has got 8.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Porter passes to LaVine. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. That gives them the lead. Fultz has got the lead up to 2 now for the Magic. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Magic.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And when you call a play for Carter Jr., you really want to get him something in rhythm. Great execution there.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Capable of finishing off those alley-oops. Throw it in Vucevic's area, and he's going to go get it for you.
Magic leading by 4. And finished off by Fultz.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Markkanen, and it's done in for Zach LaVine. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And what you like about Porter, he can do a little bit of everything for you. Defend it, rebound it, space the floor, and he's unselfish.
And Porter drops them both. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Magic. They lead by 4. Back to Fultz. Let's go. Second shot opportunity. And it's Vucevic missing. Bulls have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Isaac, and he uses the glass on the layup. Isaac's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And stolen by Dunn. And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he sinks the second. Al Gordon. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Markelle Fultz was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points and 3. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz, and it's Isaac in at the 3.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Down low, Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Carter leading the charge. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
And so he makes both from the line. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. Here's LaVine, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome, and outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
Here's Fournier. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Porter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. LaVine, he's off on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Here's Fournier. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists tonight. And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
Lobs it up for LaVine. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Relentless in his attack. Zach LaVine, once he gets into a rhythm, man, what a scorer this guy is.
Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go. LaVine heading to the hoop. And LaVine throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. And they double up Gordon. Porter with the steal. Outside LaVine. He lobs it up. And Markkanen throws it down.
Boy, a terrific find. LaVine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Isaac kicks to Augustine. And that time, also a missed shot. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's LaVine. Bucket is good. LaVine's got 24.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
How about the leaping ability of Isaac? When he's got a head of steam like that, he's a threat to jam it home every time.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Dunn in for White. Orlando also making some changes. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Over to the left wing. Isaac kicks to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Markelle Fultz is checked in for the Magic. Shoots from the line. They get the rebound.
Establish his position with a strong base. You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And there's Levine on the assist from Dunn. Levine's got 12 points here in the second half. The Magic trail by 9. Carter Williams the pass to Vucevic. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Fultz. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Much respect to Fultz for his attitude. Even when he gets bumped around, he stays with it. Superb body control.
Satoransky the pass to Young. Kick out to Levine. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boom! At over 7 feet tall with bounce, Bamba, a great option for the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Back to Satoransky. Dunn kicks to Young. Pass to Levine. Cornett. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. It's the Bulls up by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Valentine. Chris Dunn is out there with Harrison. And it's Young. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. 3-pointer. Orlando grabs the miss.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Dunn. There's the pass to Young. Now here's Valentine. Fournier pulls it down. Ross against Dunn. Ross, that's good.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Passes it to Hutchison. To the middle. Here's Young. No good. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's Ross. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Bulls have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. And the basket by Hutchison.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Done outside. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Lowry Marketing comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's White in for Dunn. Levine's checked in for Valentine. The Magic trail by 8. Outside Fournier. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Good work defensively by Carter. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Levine with the slam.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Isaac outside. Pass to Fournier. Here's Fultz. From outside, off the mark. Chicago leading by 10. Here's Levine. Fournier pulls it down. Here's Fultz. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Lowry Markkanen.
Hey, I tell you what, I like the fact that Markelle Fultz is not afraid of contact. He doesn't mind getting roughed up. When he's going up with his shot, he plays through that contact nicely.
For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Levine feeling it out a bit. Now the dish to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Levine against Fultz. Tries again. And it's sent back by Isaac. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
And just a disciplined defender. Carter Jr. uses his instincts to make his opponent uncomfortable.
Here's Levine. It's hauled in by the Magic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Inside, Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
The Bulls leading by 7. Levine dishes to Porter. Back to Levine. Pass to White. Stolen by Gordon. On the wing, Isaac. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop. Now just a 5-point Bulls lead.
And Vucevic is really good about playing nerveless basketball. In other words, he's not going to let anything bother him. He's under control, he's calm, he's composed, and he's confident. And that lets him deliver when it matters most.
Fultz, no good. The Bulls shooting 61%, showing all of the indications of an offense that is locked in.
Guys, it's off.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
And here is Markkanen. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now the pass to Carter. Isaac with the steal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Oh, my goodness! That is breathtaking.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And it's important that Porter stays aggressive. When he does this, it helps force the D's hand.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And it's the Magic with the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Carter Williams slams it in.
And, you know, this is nothing new for Carter Williams. He's been in these tight spots before. His experience is what allows him to come up big in these situations.
Fultz with the ball. To the middle. There's the triple. And Levine with the block. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the...
where you'll be able to manage every facet of the teams and rules in your league. You'll also oversee all the on-court and off-court actions within your association, such as front office moves, coaching changes, as well as relocation and expansion. Do you have the skills to navigate through NBA history and leave a
The Chicago River winding its way through the... And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, good evening. It has been a hand and glove.
That warrior mentality, the common thread there, DA. Thanks so much. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Dragic. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Robinson, and it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's Levine after the Heat pick up 2. Passes to White. It's stolen by Adebayo. Robinson against Levine. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. The shot off that time, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And then Carter with the dunk.
And because of Carter Jr.'s finesse and athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish those alley-oops in style.
Crowder finds Robinson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Outside Dragic. Pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And it's Carter missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it. And Bam Adebayo has a chance to be a very good interior defender. The way he moves his feet, and because he's so physical, he's a presence down there.
Now here's Levine, and White kicks to Porter. The 9-foot shot. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. Robinson dishes to Dragic. Banked in off the glass. And Brent Story has it in his draft workouts. The Heat ran Adebayo to exhaustion, then put him to the test guarding wing players.
Yeah, they looked at him and said, in effect, you must not know who I am and the kind of work that I've done. He's got that kind of edge, and that's the thing that this Heat culture is always looking for.
Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Count that one.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Crowder finds Adebayo. Back to Crowder. Adebayo, high post. Outside Robinson. Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And there's the foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And then for Miami, Olynyk, he's checked in for Crowder. And Hero subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Satoransky gets the bucket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Hero passes to Olynyk. Butler kicks to Dragic. Here's Hero. They get a hand on it. Pass to Adebayo. Out to the right wing. It's blocked. 1:25 left to play in the first quarter.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And it's done in the corner and stolen by Butler. Olynyk with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Dragic the pass to Hero. Here's Olynyk. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And stolen by Dunn. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Dunn is spectacular, seeking contact and getting it. He just absorbs the hit, yet still able to finish.
Here's Hero. Adebayo kicks to Dragic. Outside Butler. Back to Dragic. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Cornette. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And Olynyk in there acting tough there, contesting.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Bulls lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
They've got Young. Harrison out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing athlete.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Outside Dragic. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Now, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Kobe White in for Dunn. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Goran Dragic. Throws it up high.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. Zach LaVine's checked in for Harrison. Iguodala dishes to Crowder. Olynyk the pass to Iguodala. Back to Olynyk. 4 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. Jones. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got his 3rd assist on the night. The pass to Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Shot's good by Iguodala. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the games. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Porter's checked in for the Bulls. Heat also with the sub. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Olynyk. Passes it to Crowder. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. Porter with a block.
And the defensive chops Porter brings to this squad invaluable. You see the effects of it right there.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys,
they usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A.
And the vertical that LaVine has really gives him an advantage when he's able to hit that launching pad.
It's stolen by Carter. And here we go. Fast break. LaVine's got it. And LaVine throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. The Heat trail by 14. Adebayo passes to Crowder. And here is Butler. Back to Adebayo. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in. And then for Miami, Hero comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Dragic in for Robinson. Now here's Porter. Kick out to LaVine. 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. The Heat have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Hero passes to Dragic. Takes the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Satoransky. And the basket is good. Satoransky's got 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Porter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. On the wing, Porter. In the corner, it's LaVine. No good on the 3. The Heat trail by 16. Pass to Hero. Here's the 3. A 3-pointer is right on target.
You can tell Tyler Hero has put some hours in shooting the rock.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Porter. Kicks to Young. LaVine deciding where to go with it. It's good.
In a natural score, LaVine is content to try his luck from just about anywhere on the court.
The kick out to Crowder. A 3 ball. And so it's Zach LaVine making things.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Thanks for joining.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Heat, Dragic is out there with Robinson. And there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Crowder in at the 4-man position.
Smart play by Jimmy Butler. Spots the open man. Tack up an assist.
And, Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends, You could argue he's the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Klay Thompson might have something to say about that, GA, but certainly Jimmy Butler and his physical presence allows him to play a multitude of positions. So sliding down to the 3 and getting physical is something that Jimmy will do. We know that he'll take on any assignment and compete with it.
Robinson goes in. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Levine finds White. Now here is Carter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for Zach LaVine. Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's Denzel Valentine in for White. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Miami. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And yes, it's good.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Dragic kicks to Jones. Back to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Butler finds Olynyk. Can they get it? And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
The Bulls leading by 19. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Done outside. Clock at 4. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bulls have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Bulls making a change here. Young's checked in. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for the Heat. Valentine kicks to Young. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Intercepted. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Cornett. He's covered by Iguodala. Dunn, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Valentine passes to Dunn. A three-pointer, no good. Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Hero. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Hero's got 5 points so far.
Hero sticking with it through contact. That's not easy.
Dunn passes to Cornett. To the left side wing. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Dunn right side. And here's Valentine for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Valentine's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. There's Harrison. He's got 6. Tipped away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Chris Dunn. And Miami also making a switch. Adebayo's checked in. Now, here's Satoransky. 5 on the clock. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's White in for Harrison. Then for the Heat, Jay Crowder's checked in for Derek Jones. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Now Butler. 23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And so it's Chicago, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. We've got Otto Porter Jr. White is out there with Satoransky. Then there's Carter. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's stolen by Dragic. Robinson left side. Right side, Dragic. Pass to Hero. Here's Adebayo. Guarded by Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter with the steal. Here's Satoransky. Out to White. And there's the pass to Hutchison. Clock at 6. Back to White. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
From past the arc. Again, Levine missing. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Back to Dragic. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, he was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
The Bulls leading by 22. Number 3, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. Porter with the steal. Feeds to Levine. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's White in for Satoransky. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. White's running. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Outside, Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. 5 to shoot. And stolen by White. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Heat making a change here. Butler's checked in. Levine against Robinson. Outside, Levine. Pass to Porter. Here's Cornette. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Up again. Nunn grabs the board. The Heat shooting 43% from the field. Floats it up for Hill. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You just wonder how much scoring Hill actually can give you. It's in there somewhere. He uses his size well that time.
Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. A nice shot by Silva.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zach LaVine.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on it.
And stolen by White. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Outside, Levine. Shot clock at 5. Lobs it up for Levine. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Kobe White. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Iguodala with it. There's the dish to Leonard. Wants to get it to Iguodala and does. Iguodala draws the double. 4 on the clock. Pass to Leonard over Valentine. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Satoransky. The pass to Gafford. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they start...
leave a lasting legacy on the league? This is your chance to find out. My League also has 2 main game modes, offline and online. If you're playing offline, you'll be able to choose which franchises you'll take control of and which franchises will be run by computer. But if you're up for some online gaming, then you'll be able to create.
The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the windy. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. All runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the 3. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the point.
You can't give Bill these lanes. I mean, when you do, he's great at exploiting it.
And floor spacing is key for any offense, and that's what makes having a center like Bryant so valuable.
Yeah, G.A., his confidence from beyond the arc grows every year. Has a smooth shot release, nice touch, can pop it right over the top of it. Pretty much any defender. He's only going to get better.
Here's Wall, following the basket by Otto Porter. Markkanen pulls it in. And Levine, here we go. And the jam by Levine.
And this gets the team fired up. Levine is an energizer who enjoys dropping the hammer on the drive.
Pass to Hachimura. And Beal kicks to Wall. Right wing, just 5 on the clock. Here's Bonga. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This is why you can't leave guys open around Wall. He'll notice it and exploit it.
Bean passes to White. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Well, credit to Levine. Not an easy hoop right there, but total focus on his shot helped out.
Outside, Wall. Outside, Beal. From deep three-point range. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Beal's got 5 points so far.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
Bean passes to Carter. And it's sent back by Bryant.
But the timing and energy on display, Bryant positioning himself well, just slapping the ball back.
And that one, good. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. It's stolen by Bryant. And here we go. Washington fast break. Here's Beal off with the layup.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Levine dishes to Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Back to White. And he banks in the layup. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss it.
Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett comes in for Carter. Young is subbed in for Markkanen. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. Satoransky comes in for Zach LaVine, and it's done in for Kobe White. And a switcher also for Washington. Payton, he's checked in for Beal. Chicago trailing here. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Payton. Smith the pass to Mahimi. Payton outside to the left wing. Here's Pertinis. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And one of the premier floor spacers in this game now, Bertans. Greg presents a matchup nightmare.
I mean, no one can challenge his shot. He's 6'10", has that high quick release, and can hit it from 30 feet. 2 years in a row now, he's been over 42% from range. And the scary part is he's starting to round out the rest of his game.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Washington.
The resiliency of Smith is something you have to admire. He's bounced around the league, but has finally become a value rotation player.
Here's Hutchison. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Wagner kicks to Bertans. Back to Wagner. And stolen by Dunn. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Satoransky can get wily on the drive. I mean, able to duck and dodge his way to the shot.
Bertans finds Brown. Payton outside. Smith on the wing. Down low. Here's Wagner. And good that time.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but not a lot of game left to play.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Bertans. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Ahead, it's taken away by Payton. Here's Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, the speed of Smith and his ability to change gears constantly keeps the D on their toes. He has a knack for picking up fouls while shooting.
Smith hits them both. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Washington out in front, up by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Troy Brown is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Payton. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Smith in at the point guard. Wizards leading by 4. Wagner passes to Smith. Bertans' shot is good. Bertans got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Wizards. To the paint, here's Valentine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And it's Wagner missing.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
So, Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. Zach Levine's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. And then for Washington, Hachimura, he's checked in for Payton. And John Walls subbed in for Smith. Oh, and here we go. Walls got it, the fast break chance. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You see that right there? That's the intelligence of Wall. He knows where to run and when a fast break opportunity presents itself.
It's tipped and stolen by Wagner. Here's the break. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And because of Carter Jr.'s dynamic athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish alley-oops and stop.
Bulls trail by 4. Bean passes to White. It's stolen by Hachimura. And here we go. And Wall with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player.
Wow, hammering it in!
That's just a real concentration from Levine, accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
Bryant is checked in for the Wizards. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Wizards with the lead. Outside, Beal. Washington again turning it over. Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside, Markkanen. Porter against Beal. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Satoransky. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Satoransky's got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Mahinmi passes to Bryant, and it's in there.
Now, how do you counter Bryant's physical abilities? I mean, he's a menace for the D inside.
And a more traditional in-the-paint big for most of his career, Mahinmi has been working hard to evolve his game.
Yeah, he's trying to become more comfortable on the perimeter at both ends. I mean, he started shooting threes over the last couple of years just to keep the defense honest. And then defensively, he's done a much better job of closing out on jump shooters.
Chicago making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. It's White on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Kobe White. Ish Smith, he's checked in for the Wizards. Inside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Well, at 6'7", Satoransky is a huge confidence guard with the ability to quickly identify wide-open teammates.
Mahinmi against Satoransky. And the pass to Bonga. To the middle. Here's Bryant. Bonga. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Some changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Satoransky. And a switcher also for Washington. Payton's checked in. And Beal kicks to Smith. Pass to Bryant. Back to Smith. Payton with the ball. Passes it to Mahinmi. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And he's good on the second. 16 seconds left in the first half. Dunn passes to Valentine. And Young kicks to Cornett. Here's Hutchison. Buries it down low. Hutchinson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And that's it. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never put themselves in too much. And that does it for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Outside, Levine. He feeds it to Carter. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
I mean, there's not much Beal can't do. We get to see some of his aerial skills here.
Levine, good. Levine's got 9.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime defensively.
Beal on the foul. Beal's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Well, that's the specialty of the things. I mean, if you're the defense, you got to know he's looking to dunk it home. Make a poster on that.
And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
Yeah, it just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates. So he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And it's Levine that time on the assist by Porter. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Pass to Bertens. Hachimura kicks to Beal. And another miss by Washington. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. And Levine throws it down.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
Kept alive. Hachimura. Good work defensively by Carter. The Bulls leading by 7. On the wing, Levine. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Down low, here's Brown. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Wall with a block.
The height Wall possesses, it allows him to get up to these type of blocks. Shooters have to be aware of his reach. You just see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
No good with the elbow jumper. Wizards trail by 11. Hachimura finds Bertans. Here's Wall. That one a little long.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Feeds it to Carter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Wizards have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Outside, Wall. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wall's got 6 points.
There's no let up in John Wall's attack. He makes his mind up that he's scoring, and then he just does.
And then Carter with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. The Bulls leading by 13. Got a piece of it. Levine kicks to White. Back to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. The kick out to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. All with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Here's Pertinas. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Left side, Porter. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Over to the wing. Back to Wall. To the paint. Here's Beal. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
The Bulls leading by 10. Satoransky looking around. Dunn passes to Cornette. The kick out to Young. He gets it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Chicago with a 10-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Smith. Mahinmi is out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Payton, and it's Beal in at the small forward.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's Payton. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Chicago leading by 12. Lobbed up there for Dunn, and no good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. Well, I think at the last second he decides to get slick. He won't make that mistake.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Payton outside. There's Beal with the three. No good on that one, so the Bulls will take it the other way.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. It's a 14-point game. It's good.
An all-around player. Beal doesn't just look to score. He's also good at distributing it.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Satoransky with it. The pass to Cornette. Just 5 to shoot. Now Young. Here's Hutchison. Rebound by Mahinmi. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Cornette. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Bulls, Valentine comes in for Luke Cornette. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Dunn. To the right side. Pass to Beal. Here's Bonga. Got a piece of it. Young with the steal. Here's Harrison. Excellent defense there from Smith. Wizards trail by 12. Here's Bonga. Good defensive work there by Young. Harrison scanning the floor. Here's Hutchison. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Bulls lead by 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
The shot's good from Bryant.
Well, not the most explosive athlete. Bryant beats you with a nice combination of skill and size.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Inside. And Young kicks to Valentine. Poke loose. To the wing on the left. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Bryant. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Beal's running. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Young outside. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. Levine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's White in for Satoransky. Davis Bertans checks in for the Wizards. John Wall comes in for Smith. A shot's good from Bryant.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Chicago.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
And that one falls for John Wall.
Now, the #1 overall pick in 2010, I mean, Wall became a bona fide star. He plays with an edge and energy.
Carter, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
Washington's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Beal deciding where to go with it. Out to the right wing. Wizards passing it around. To the middle. Here's Bryant. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Chicago. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Passes to Levine. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Porter against Bertans. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Twelve seconds left in the game. And here's Napier. Outside Bryant from deep. They get it back.
Well, at almost 7 feet, Wagner can really own the boards, grabs the rebound, and finishes the play strong.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home.